Okay, every day. For me, that is here. I cannot say that, oh, because my other siblings, they talk every day, so me too, she can just talk to me and it's fine. No. So for good reasons, for example, businessmen, and let's say you have the president of Ghana as your church member, you have a minister as your church member, you have a certain very big business person who travels a lot. Okay. For people like that, if you are very matured as a pastor, you will know how to relate with them. All right? Where you understand that because of the nature of their work, they may not necessarily be able to attend every service, but they have to show their interest. So if you are like that, you have to show your interest. Okay? For example, you have traveled. You have to show that interest. Do you check up on church? Are you in touch with your man of God? If for 2-3 weeks, 1 month, I cannot be in church, do you stay connected to church? Okay, so your physical presence may not be there all the time, but how concerned are you about your church? Number 2, if you are truly concerned, your concerns will show in your contribution. So I am not in church all the time, but my tithe, they are free in the agro. Okay, I am not in church all the time, but my tithe aside, my regular seed, okay, me free in the agro, because I know if I was in church, I would have given. So, but this is not to say that because of that point, your personal presence is not important. It's not as important as no. None of all these things can replace your personal presence. But if for good reasons you are not around, okay, a president, for example, will not go to his church every Sunday. As part of his work, he may go to other churches, or he might have even traveled, or he may even have meetings on Sunday. Okay, so that is understandable, but he or people like that must also show that genuine concern that, because of this and that, I have not been around, but I'm concerned. I call my pastor, man of God, how are you? How's the church? Is there any way we can help? Is there anything going on? So that interest that concern is there. Like I'm using my siblings who may not be around, but they call every day they talk. That's how to show that concern. But it is not a place you get to generally. If I am not as busy as president or whoever that is traveling and I'm a church member, I will never get to that point to say that, my money comes, so my presence is not as important. No. Not everyone will get to that point. So it's not a place there's a point in the Christian where you get to, like, there's no point you get to. There are people who are equally busy as these names and are still in church every Sunday, unless they have traveled. But anytime they are in town, they don't miss service. There are people like that, as big billionaires, they are constant in their church. Every Sunday they are there. They don't say that, because I've reached that point, so my money comes. No. If you reach that point, then you've reached the point of pride. There are people like that who think that, all the church needs is money. So some people, for example, sometimes will take some works on Sunday that will get them so busy, you will not be in church, and they think that, but I'll be supporting the church. I've heard some people say that, but take that job. After all, you'll be giving big offerings to the church, and you'll be sending money to the church when they don't see you. No. Nothing can replace your presence, your physical presence. Nothing. Any other thing will just come to support. It doesn't replace. It doesn't replace. But no matter how busy you also get, you have to understand that. So, if, for example, 3 weeks, 1 month, you have not been in church, but regularly you send your tithe, you send your offerings, the church is cheating you. Yes, you are not benefiting. We are benefiting from, but you are not benefiting. They don't pray for you. They don't preach to you, but they always send in your money. So, if you are in that good relationship, you are sending money, your man of God will be in touch with you, or you'll be in touch with him. He'll be praying for you, even on phone. Sometimes if you are around, like presidents and co, who may not be in the service every Sunday, some of them get the privilege where in a weekly basis, Their men of God visit them, sometimes in their offices, and even serve them communion. So that they are in touch. It's not like because they have a good relationship with the Lord, you have reached that point. No. One of the billionaires in Nigeria, I forgot his name, he owns one of the oil companies in Nigeria. Billionaire. He's so rich, so much that he still gets time to do evangelism on the road, don't broadcast, preaching in the market. Preaching in the market with megaphone. Not millionaire, billions of dollars in Nigeria. Okay, so you never get to that point. It's just pride that makes people like, oh, there's a point you will get to. That is with individual schedules and all of that. And even that, it is not something you make it a lifestyle that you've reached that point. You never reach that point. Your personal relationship is as important as, it's like a man in a marriage who feels like he's providing money. So if his wife hasn't seen him for 3 weeks, 3 months, it's fine. After every month, every week I give you 5,000. Every week I give 5,000. I only come home at 1 a.m. I'm asleep. By the time you wake up, 5, 4, 5, I am out of the house and I'm gone. And it's like that, but there's money. No, it doesn't work like that. Nothing replaces your presence in the house of God, not just in the closet with God. You give yourself first, yes, but first means there is second, so other things should follow. All right. Connected, okay.
So, Luke chapter 10, verse 38 to 42. It speaks of Mary and Martha.
Good.
Then, if you look at the two people, Mary was one person who was sitting under the feet of Jesus always. Then Martha was, now people, I think Martha's own, what Martha was doing was not something that was not for the kingdom, because he was preparing food for Jesus. So we look at the two are all the same. They are all doing something for God. But Jesus still tells Martha in the verse 42 that one thing is needful, and that is what Mary had gone for, which is sitting under his feet, as compared to doing so much. You think you are working for God, you are preparing food for him to come and eat. Because he said, let him come and help me prepare the food for you to eat. Because after all we are doing, what I'm doing, it's not for myself. It is for the kingdom. So with this context, and with what you are saying, how do you marry the two?
Good. So Jesus says, Martha, you are busy with many things. You are busy about many things. But Mary has chosen the most important thing. Now, that is spending time with Jesus. But Jesus never also said that what Martha was doing is not important. Okay. It is just that your personal relation, that's why I said it comes first. But it doesn't mean that there's a point you get to where that is the only important thing. So you ignore every other thing. Then we will say that for we too as pastors, there's a point we'll get to. I will not come and preach. So instead of me being here preaching, I'm spending time with the Lord. Everybody spend time with the Lord. Then there will not be any congregational gathering. Everybody's praying in their house. Okay. There are those that think like that, and that's why they won't come to church. On a Sunday like that, there are people you go and they are reading their Bible in their house. They do that every Sunday. They never go to church. Is that what the Bible teaches? No. That same Bible teaches you in Hebrews 10:25 that we should not forsake the assembly of the brethren. So Mary has chosen the most important, but it didn't say that, Martha, what you are doing is not important. You spend time with the Lord, but if you spend time with the Lord well enough, trust me, anytime you spend time with the Lord, okay, let me put it this way. There is no moment of interaction that does not end in instructions. There is no moment of interaction with the Lord that does not end in instruction. If you spend time with the Lord, He will tell you something to do. he will tell you something to do. When Paul had his first encounter with the Lord, the first thing was, Lord, what will you have me do? Saul, 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 you cannot kick against the president. Saul says, who are you, Lord? Then when he spoke, he says, what will you have me do? So when you meet the Lord in the closet, he will tell you something to do outside. Our relationship with the Lord doesn't end. Moses went up for 40 days. He still came down. You cannot spend all your time only with the Lord and feel that is all that is important. Okay. And that's what, for example, many Christians today are like that. We have, like, we come to church, we have so much in us that does not digest. If you spend time with the Lord, and you do nothing outside, you are like the person who is eating, but doesn't bring out. There's no digestion. You will eventually also fall sick. You will get kwashiorkor, you will get constipation. I mean, when you take in, you must bring out. So the purpose of spending time with the Lord, first of all, is to build a relationship with him. And secondly also, is to receive things we can give to others. We can give out. We spend time with him, so he gives us something that we can give to others. That also means, before you will give to others, you should have spent time with the Lord. But it doesn't mean that all that is important is to spend time with the Lord. So Jesus is not saying, Mary or Martha, what you are doing is useless. It's not important. It is first things first. But if first things first, there should be second. It doesn't mean that first thing is all there is. So only spend time with the Lord and forget about every other thing. No. Anyone who spends time, good time with the Lord enough, the Lord will fill you so much that you will know that you want to offload. Paul tells Timothy that what you have learned from me, he says, commit the same to faithful men. So when you spend time with the Lord, you will learn things, he will give you things. You must have people you are going to also commit or teach it to. If you learn, but you never share, that is not God's way. The way of God is that when Jesus was choosing the disciples, the Bible said he called 12 men that will be with him, that he may send them. Find that. Men that will be with him, and that he may send them. So it is not, yes, this is the Timothy one. And the thing that thou hast heard of me amongst many witnesses, the same commit. So you receive and then you commit. Jesus in Luke also, he called the 12 to be with him that he may send them. He called them to be with him that he may send them. So the being with him is important. But if all you do is to be with him, okay, and there is no sending. Look at what is happening in Accra now, in the House of Answers. If all I wanted was Reverend Nima should be with me, we will not grow. He had been with me for a while, and I sent him to go to Accra. So you be with the Lord for a while, and then he will send you. You cannot just be with the Lord, so that is all that is important. You cannot find it out. Matthew 15:32. Jesus called the disciples unto him, and they said, no. He called the 12 that may be with him. Mark 3:14. No, it's not even this one. Okay, let's see Mark 3:14. He ordained 12 that should be with him and that he might send them. Yes, so we spend time with the Lord, and then he will send you. He will send you to go and do something in the church. This is ministry. That's what the ministry is not anything special. Ministry is just Christianity, but it is the overflow of your Christianity. It is what you have learned in your personal Christian life. The overflow is what comes out as ministry. So if you are not a good Christian, you cannot be a good minister. If you are not a good Christian, Robert, come and sit here. You are not a good Christian, you cannot be a good minister. Come and sit in front, sit there. You have to be, sit here. Move the bag and sit there. You have to be a good Christian. Okay. Most men of God will tell you that, like myself, I never knew I was going to be a man of God. I was just a good Christian. Okay. Just loving the Lord. But it got to that point where I realized, oh, the call of God is on me. But in my mind, I just wanted to be a lawyer and I was just serving God. So the excess, everything I come and teach is not all I know. It's just small that I teach. It's what is overflowing. There is more in me that doesn't come out. It is what overflows. So if you don't reach the point of overflow, you cannot be a minister. What flows out is what people will see, and then people realize, oh, this guy is good. Oh, that's, he's a good man of God, or he's a good Christian. He's powerful. God's hand is on him. That's how it starts. Then people will begin to realize, like, okay, you're a man of God. First time I heard someone call me pastor, I was shocked. Somebody called me man of God. Oh, man of God. I was surprised many years ago. Really, man of God. But I was just a good Christian, but it has started overflowing. So ministry is just Christianity, or simple Christianity that is overflowing. All right. That when you spend time with God, good enough. What he gave you is what will overflow. Moses, before he came to free Israel, he has spent time with the Lord in Exodus 3 in an encounter. After he met the Lord, the overflow is what he came to now be a leader to Israel and then go and face Pharaoh in Egypt. So both are important, but spending time with Jesus is so important. It does not replace working for Jesus. And working for Jesus does not always in you. You will not know what is wrong and what is right in you. Are we okay? So, in your seeking the Lord, spending time with the Lord is very important, but it doesn't mean that you should not go out for the Lord. You never get to that point where my spending quality time with the Lord is so important that my